Hello students, in this video let us solve questions 7, 8 and 9 from exercise 1.1. Question 7. Express each of the following decimals in P by Q form where Q not equal to 0 and P, Q are integers. Solutions to the first one, 0.36. So because after decimal point you have two digits, we can write this as 36 by 100, isn't it? So simplifying this, 2 18s are 2 50s are 2 9s are 2 25s are. So this is 9 by 25. Second one, 15.4. So this can be written as 154 by 10. So this is 2 5s are 2 77s are. So this is 77 by 5. Third one, 10.25. So this can be written as 1025 divided by 100. So it will go in which table? In phi table, and this also will go in phi table. Again we can reduce it using phi table. 5 4s are, this is 5 41s are. So this is 41 by 4. Fourth one, 3.25. This can be written as 325 divided by 100. So it will go in phi table. Again phi table. So this is 13 by 4. Question 8. Express each of the following decimal number in the P by Q form. Solution. First bit, 0.5 bar, right? So what we will do, let x is equal to 0.5 bar. So that means this is nothing but x is 0.555 because 5 is repeating, right? 5 bar means 5 is repeating. So on we can write. Let us call this as equation 1. Now since only one digit is repeating, we multiply both sides of equation 1 with 10. Okay. Since only one digit is getting repeated, we multiply both sides of equation 1 with 10. Therefore 10x is equal to 10 into 0.555, so on. So this implies 10x is equal to 5.555, so on. Let us call this as equation 2. Now what we will do, we will subtract equation 1 from equation 2. Subtracting equation 1 from equation 2 we have 10x is equal to 5.55555 so on. And what is equation 1? X is equal to 0.555 so on, right? So subtracting 10x minus x is 9x is equal to, this is 5 minus 0 is 5, this is 0 0 0 so on. This implies 9x is equal to 5 implies x is equal to 5 by 9. What is x? We have assumed x as 0.5 bar. So this implies 0.5 bar is equal to 5 by 9. So 5 by 9 is of the form p by q, right? Where q is not equal to 0. So this is the solution. Now solution to the second one. Let x is equal to 3.8 bar. So this implies x is equal to 3.8888 so on, because 8 is repeating. Let us call this as equation 1. Since only one digit, that is 8, is getting repeated, we multiply both sides of this equation 1 with 10. Since only one digit is getting repeated, we multiply both sides of equation 1 with 10. Therefore, 10x is equal to 10 into 3.888 so on. So this is nothing but 10x is equal to 38.888 so on. Let us call this as equation 2. Subtracting equation 1 from equation 2, we get 10x is equal to 38.888 so on. This is equation 2. Equation 1 is x is equal to 3.888 so on. So subtracting this, 10x minus x is 9x. 38 minus 3 is 35.0000 so on. So this implies 9x is equal to 35 implies x is equal to 35 by 9. What is x? We have assumed it as 3.8 bar. So this is nothing but 3.8 bar is equal to 35 by 9, which is of the form p by q. Solution to third bit, 0.36 bar, right? So that means two digits 3 and 6 are getting repeated. Let x is equal to 0.36 bar. So this implies x is equal to 0.363636 so on. Right? Let us call this as equation 1. Now since two digits are getting repeated, we multiply both sides of equation 1 with 100. Since two digits are getting repeated, we multiply both sides of equation 1 with 100. Therefore 100x is equal to 100 into 0.363636 so on. This implies 100x is equal to 36.363636 so on. Let us call this as equation 2. Subtracting equation 1 from equation 2. This is a short form for equation EQN. So equation 1 from equation 2, we get, what is equation 2? 100x is equal to 36.363636 so on, and equation 1 is x is equal to 0.363636 so on. 100x minus x is 99x is equal to, this is 36.0000 so on. This implies 99x is equal to 36, implies x is equal to 36 by 99. So 9 11s are 9 4s are. So this implies x is equal to 4 by 11, which is of the form p by q. Solution to the fourth bit. Let x is equal to 3.127 bar. So only 7 is repeating because bar is on 7. Since, okay, let us write this as x is equal to 3.12777 so on, right? Let us call this as equation 1. Since only one digit is getting repeated, we multiply both sides of equation 1 with 10. Therefore 10x is equal to 10 into 3.12777 so on. This implies 10x is equal to 31.2777 so on. Let us call this as equation 2. subtracting equation 1 from equation 2, we get 10x is equal to 31.2777, so on. This is equation 2. Equation 1 is x is equal to 3.1277, so on. So subtracting this, 10x minus x is 9x, and this is 28.2 minus 1, and this is 5, 0, 0, so on. So this implies 9x is equal to 28.15, implies 9x is equal to 28.1 2815 divided by 100. We can write like this, right? So I am continuing this here. So this implies x is equal to 2815 divided by 100 into 9. So we can simplify this in 5 table. 5 20s are 5 5s are, so 6 3s are. So this is implies x is equal to 563 by 20 into 9 is 180, which is of the form P by Q. Question 9. Without actually dividing, find which of the following are terminating decimals. Now let us revisit a point that we have already learnt earlier. Now what is that? Now a rational number P by Q, where Q is not equal to 0, P and Q are integers, is a terminating decimal if the prime factors of the denominator Q are either 2 or 5 or both only. That is, the denominator Q is of the form 2 power n, 5 power m, where n comma m are non-negative integers. Otherwise, it will be a non-terminating repeating decimal. Right? So, we will use this point to determine whether the given rational numbers are terminating decimals or not without actually dividing. Now solution to the first one, 3 by 25. Now the prime factors of the denominator (25) are 5 comma 5, since 25 can be written as 5 into 5, right? So therefore now it is satisfying this condition. It should be Q. The prime factors of the denominator Q should be either 2 or 5 or both only. So 5 is the only factor. Therefore 3 by 25 is a terminating decimal. Solution to the second one, (11 by 18). Prime factorization of the denominator of the denominator meter. 18 is 18 is equal to 2 into 3 into 3, that is 2 into 3 square, right? Therefore, other than 2 or 5 or both, if it contains other than 2 or 5 or both, it will be a non-terminating repeating decimal. That means it will not be a terminating decimal. Therefore, 11 by 18 is not a terminating decimal. Solution to the third one, 13 by 20. The prime factorization of the denominator is 20 is equal to, we can write this as 2 into 5. This is nothing but 2 square into 5. So this is of the form 2 power n 5 power m, right? Therefore, 13 by 20 is a terminating decimal. In the examination, please don't forget to write this note, okay, while answering the question. Now, fourth bit, 41 by 42. The prime factorization of the denominator is 42 is equal to 2 into 3 into 7, right? So it is not of the form 2 power n 5 power m, right? So it has 3 and 7 as prime factors. Therefore, 41 by 42 is not a terminating decimal.